In a bustling coastal town named Mariner's Reach, there lived a merchant named Edward Carter. Though kind-hearted, Edward was not wealthy. His greatest asset was 500 pounds of iron stored in his workshop. One day, Edward decided to embark on a trading voyage to distant lands. Before leaving, he entrusted his iron to his childhood friend, Harold Briggs, a man known for his silver tongue but questionable integrity.
Keep this safe, Harold. When I return, I'll use it to build ships for the harbor.
On my honor, not a speck of rust shall touch it.
But greed soon consumed Harold. He sold the iron to a blacksmith, squandering the money on lavish feasts and fine clothes. 2 years later, Edward returned. Harold, panic-stricken, invented a tale.
Edward, a tragedy! A mouse infested the storage shed. By the time I discovered it, the creature had eaten all the iron.
Edward paused, then replied calmly.
How remarkable. I've heard of such mice in far-off lands. Their teeth must be stronger than steel.
Harold, mistaking Edward's sarcasm for gullibility, grinned.
Stay for supper! Let's celebrate your return!
Another time. I've business to attend to first.
As Edward left, he spotted Harold's 10-year-old son, Charlie, playing by the docks.
Come, Charlie. Your father asked me to take you fishing.
The boy eagerly joined him. Edward took Charlie to a trusted innkeeper's home, asking her to care for him briefly. When Harold realized Charlie was missing, the town erupted into chaos. Search parties scoured the streets until Edward addressed the crowd.
I saw a giant eagle swoop down and carry Charlie off.
Harold exploded.
Ridiculous! An eagle can't lift a child!
Edward smirked.
In a town where a mouse devours 500 pounds of iron, why wouldn't an eagle snatch a boy?
The crowd burst into laughter. Harold, red-faced, confessed,
The iron's gone, but I'll repay every penny.
Edward returned Charlie unharmed, and Harold sold his estate to settle the debt. All right, friends, let's take a moment to chat about what we just heard. This story isn't just an entertaining tale. It's loaded with lessons that speak to some very real aspects of human nature. First off, consider the consequences of greed. Harold's unchecked desire for more led him down a path where his dishonest actions not only ruined his reputation, but also cost him dearly. He squandered what Edward entrusted to him on lavish feasts and fine clothes, completely losing sight of the true purpose behind the trust placed in him. In contrast, Edward's humble goal of using that iron to build ships reminds us that integrity and a clear purpose matter far more than fleeting indulgences. Now, let's talk about the cleverness at work here. Instead of resorting to confrontation, Edward uses his wit, delivering a sharp, tongue-in-cheek remark with his eagle metaphor, to expose Harold's lie. It's a perfect example of how intelligent, calm reasoning can cut through deception much more effectively than anger or violence ever could. And then there's the irony of hypocrisy versus true integrity. Harold's declaration, "On my honor," rings so hollow when measured against his actual deeds. Edward's measured, strategic response, however, highlights that true strength doesn't need to shout or show off. It quietly stands firm in the truth. When we step back, we see that the story reflects universal truths. Unchecked greed corrupts, cleverness triumphs over brute force, and hypocrisy crumbles in the face of genuine integrity. It's a humorous yet poignant reminder that, in life, substance always wins over empty words. So, what did you think of all this? Have you ever experienced a situation where a clever twist of fate or a moment of integrity made all the difference? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story and analysis, do check out my other narrative videos. Remember to like the video, subscribe for more engaging content, and share this tale with friends who appreciate a good mix of wit and wisdom. And as we wrap up, remember, lies may glitter like gold, but truth is the only currency that never rusts. Let Edward's wit and Harold's downfall serve as guideposts on your own journey.